she said. What if it sets things on fire? I could burn the whole academy to the ground. Oh, you know I'd never burn anything, right? It's just a figure of speech. I can't fail my initiation test. I couldn't face being sent home. An instructor said one of these shadow clerks has a magic amulet. Ate it, probably. I'm supposed to use this wand to focus my magic on the clucks and find the amulet. Actually, I'm afraid to find out. You don't seem at all timid. Would you do it? I suppose you take this wand and, you know... All those feathers flying. Mother Morrowind. Oh, I couldn't stop laughing. Don't worry about it. It was hilarious. I'll take the amulet to the instructor.
Asked me to do one simple thing. Bring student rats back to instruction hall. But Hadmar can't do anything right. My spell went wrong. The instructor said to round up the little ones, bring them back safe, and we'll get them fixed. But, well, one got away and climbed on top of that big rock. Hadmar is scared of heights. Oh, why did little rat climb so high? You would be helper? Oh, thank you. Face... Is little friend... Oh, little rat is safe. Now Hadmar won't get beaten with rakes, like at home. Good, good, good. I'll take a little...
There you are. I feared you'd been kidnapped by forces from beyond. So I heard. Well done. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. But while you assisted my students, I had another vision. I see that your fate is fundamentally tied to the Chaosbringer, Magistrix Vox. However, alas, I've seen nothing beyond the Chaosbringer's name. Something interferes with my forevision, blocking my efforts at every turn. I suspect we are opposed by mighty forces beyond mortal care. We must take appropriate measures. I'll gather the students and make sure the grounds are secure. I'd like you to use the trapdoor to investigate the library vaults. I haven't heard from the librarian, and
Ah, Verlaine. You walked right into my trap. Wait, another student? Another new Malborn soldier?
Oh, good. You're finally awake. You were unconscious for hours. At least it seemed like hours. How do you feel? I was worried about you. Shadowstuhl has been overrun. The last of the Malborn from the looks of it. They must need more soldiers. And they're getting them. They cast some kind of spell to enslave the students. That's what it looks like. That spell didn't work on us. Don't know why. We carried out the Archmage's orders, but then the Malborn caught us and threw us in here with you. When the trouble started, he gave us some arcane items and told us to find places to hide them. Then he went off on some mission of his own. I'm glad you're awake. Can you get it? Whatever you plan on doing, you have my full support. Shadowstuhl has been overrun. The last of the Malborn from the looks...
This is terrible. The Academy's in danger. The Archmage is missing, and I'm locked in here with...
The Malborn General himself. One of the senior students recognized him. Said he was Darvason. Used to be the Archmage's assistant. Who knows? He muttered something about looking for Hadmar and a familiar. What do you think the Malborn want us for?
I was afraid to. There are guards out there.
Ah! Leave me alone! Don't hurt me!
What was that?
Back away from gate. Coming through. Master sent me to make sure you're safe.
This must be the familiar...
You smell all right. Lie open porthole and we go find Big Lord. Name Hatmir or Hatmead? I forget. Mortals have them. They stay here. Master says he doesn't want them to...
extortion among friends.
Hadmar's glad to see you. Archmage said you'd be here soon. And here you... Hadmar isn't sure. One moment I was walking to instruction hall. Next moment, boom! Hadmar knocked on backside. Woke up in here with Archmage standing over me. Yes, he told me to set up my totem near Big Rock outside. Lena hid her lockbox high up on top of rock. Lockbox is very important. We must find just outside. You use totem to reach the lockbox while...
Now, wait 1 second.
Wait, where am I? Why are we up so high? That blasted Banekin. It could have warned me. The lockbox, right. The Archmage tinkered with my wand and told me to hide it up here. That was just before Darvason tossed me in that cell. I still can't believe the Archmage's old assistant is the Molbon General. He said we'd need the wand, but he didn't say why. Wait, I know. The Molbon have occupied the library vaults and sealed the door. And what makes the best spell of unlocking? Burnt scamp hide and illusion dust, of course. You can use my wand to scorch the scamps. And illusion dust is the residue of illusory monsters. With enough of each, we can prepare a spell to get us through to Darvason.
Let's reach!
About time you summoned me. I thought you'd leave me sitting in that cell forever. You heard correctly. If I had the right ingredients, that is. But getting them will be tricky, considering the Moorborn occupy the Academy. Illusion, dust, and burnt scamp hide. Perfect. Just give me a moment and... there we go. I'll wait up here. You know, to keep you...
We are numbered!
The only fish that go with a river's flow are the dead ones.
said you would come. Now you die. And I leave with my new armor.
Move now!
Destroy the jagged lens!
You're awake. Oh, I was so worried. I'm so glad. You shattered the jagged lens and broke the spell. The few Molborn who were left were totally outnumbered and they ran for it. The Archmage had us bring you up here. I've been watching over you. You know, as a friend. Safe as gore apple pie, thanks to you. And you weren't even supposed to be here. I heard how you got your invitation. And now we're all alive because you broke the rules. I'll have to think about that. Don't give me that look. I was worried about you, that's all. Oh, and before I forget...
Good to see you up and around. I knew you'd be fine, but Lena wouldn't leave your side. You gave her a good scare. Unfortunately, yes. That's how he knew about the jagged lens. In fact, I found him experimenting on a student with the lens when I relieved him of his duties. He was furious when I expelled him from the academy. It was a relic from the migration from Somerset, still in its original site in the underground temple. Tamper with it? Remove it? Unthinkable! Still, don't feel bad that you destroyed it. You did, yes, though we lost a few students and instructors in the fight. The fact that the lens was buried below the library vaults was one of our greatest secrets. Darvason used that knowledge to aid. Quite so. They're running out of loyal troops. When Darvason told them about the lens, they saw it as the solution to all their problems. If Darvason could turn our students into... For you, here, yes. But I don't need a vision to know that you still have unfinished business out there. Anyway, I'd like to thank you. And the students you helped want to speak to you. They're waiting at the docks. I think they want to...
So much to do, so little time.
I wasn't going to let you go away without saying goodbye. I know, you have things to do. Important things. We just heard about everything you did before you arrived here. But we didn't want you to forget us. We wanted to give you something. It's not much, but maybe it will help you remember the academy. Now, where did I... Don't be silly. Ah, here it is. Take my wand. It worked better for you anyway. Remember me when you use it.
I know I gave you a hard time and all, but... I'm sorry. There, I said it.
Hadmar's glad you're all right. I'm proud to call you my friend.
If you want to return to Mournhold, just let me know. I exist on this... You got it, Your Majesty.
I know you want to help the Nord cultural exchange. Hail! I am Rigert the Brash. I lead our glorious expedition for Nord cultural exchange to the Dark Elves. Excuse, please, Dunmer. The proper term for puny ones is Dunmer. Small, I mean. Must remember. Talk slower and louder. Let me start over. I am Rigert. We're brand new diplomats, here to learn about Dark Elf way of life, and spread word about our glorious Nord culture. Such knowledging will strengthen our alliance. Badly. The Registrar makes us wait by this giant smelly toadstool while our gifts of culture, art, and religion gather dust. How about you take these gifts for... Thank you for helping our glorious expedition for Nord cultural exchange. Hopefully, the Registrar will call soon. In the meantime... Ha! Good joke! Rigert can't wait to use it on the Dark Elf Ambassador. Now, which glorious item can I tell you about? Dark Elf dress is so fancy. I heard of tailor in Mournhold's crafting district named Irila Malaron. Give her our gift of Nord traditional garb. She'll be so impressed, she'll give us nice Dunmer clothes in return. The little greyskins mentioned a place with a great library, Shada Stula. They're sure to appreciate our book. Maybe trade for a book on Dark Elf culture and customs. That would be most excellent. That is a top-notch cultural relic, a heart of the wild. Take it to the monastery called Muthnar. Give it to monks as offering. But make sure to get a good Dark Elf relic in. Thanks!
Clothing. Fine raiment here. The finest and more. I prefer gold. But what have you got? What's that odor? Have these ever been washed? Wait. This is baby mammoth fur. It's illegal to export it. You know, in the name of cultural exchange with our allies, I might have something to trade. Baby mammoth fur! The great house nobility will go mad for this. Here, take these display pieces. They were made with my experimental dyes. Makes the colors nice and vibrant.
Welcome to Shadowstula. I maintain the school's collection of manuscripts and books. Maybe, but I've seen it all. I don't think anything could surprise me anymore. Oh, my. Do you know what this is? It's an original edition of The Art of Love and... Fyoki was a bard of exceptional imagination but decidedly limited skill. According to his epic stanzas, he never met a creature he couldn't make love to or kill. Or both. No, it's lurid trash and common as guar. But I admit I've had a weakness for Fyoki since my youth. What do you want for it? Dozens of works describe individual aspects, but nothing really encompasses that vast and labyrinthine subject. Try this one, the Dapper Dunmer.
Things are in some disarray here at the monastery. Did you need something important? I don't know what to tell you, stranger. Have you seen what's happening here? Did you bring arms and armor, or maybe some kindle? That's an animal heart, like from an ox. What am I supposed to do with a dried ox heart? Patience, patience. The three have taught us. Fulfill your rights and duties. Here, take this loaf of stale bread. Tell them it's the holy loaf of... oh, I don't know. Make something up. Exaggerate. Nords like that.
They're burning alive in there, and I can't save them! The destruction. The loss of life. The Variansu. Heathen Ashlanders attacked Muth-Na. This is a place of healing and refuge. We're a simple order, using the tear of St. Veloth to help those afflicted by the Lodos Plague. They killed monks. I gathered as many survivors as I could, but not everyone got out. Those monsters, the Variansu, are tossing captives into the burning buildings. Our leader, Dolril Belvane, rushed back in to search for survivors. I'm worried about Dolril Belvane. Without his spiritual guidance in this time of tragedy, I fear our order will crumble. Still, he insists we must have the tear of St. Veloth. And Veloth shed the tear after he led the Kaimer from Somerset to Morrowind. The artifact has the power to heal sicknesses. We haven't been able to cure the Lodos plague, but the tear can slow the speed at which the plague ravages the afflicted. I don't know. They revere Veloth, call him the Prophet. They hate this plague and probably want the relic for themselves. But they disrupted our work, and now the plague husks are everywhere. Violent, unthinking monsters. Without our constant prayers to direct the power of the tear, many of the afflicted were suddenly overwhelmed by the plague, and they transformed into those creatures.
Be strong. What? Oh, I thought you were one of the Ashlanders. I don't know if I can do this. My brothers and I made a pact to burn the very Ansu supplies. They killed our father when they attacked Muthna. I know, but I can't go back to my brothers if the supplies aren't burned. I have a torch, but I'm not a fighter. You seem bold. If you got in and set fire...
I hope this doesn't scar.
I see cunning in your eyes, and smell blood on your weapon. But if you're a very Ansu, I'm a bloated netch. What brings you to Muthna? Ela Senar worries too much. I never ran from a battle in my life, and I ain't about to start now. The very Ansu, bah! They fear the Lodos plague. Their solution is to capture our monks and the afflicted alike and toss them in the fire. I won't stand for it. I traded my sword for a monk's robe, but I'm no coward. That's the spirit. If it's quiet to the east, run west, I always say. Just watch out for the plague husks, and rescue who you can. Come, child. Let's get you to safety.
So many medallions to gather. got what you need.
Hail, champion of the Crucible!
No chance to have a look.
Dennis believes.
No charge to have a look.
No charge to have a look.
Welcome back, Deputy Envoy. Did you have luck making our cultural exchanges? We're still waiting to hear from the damn registrar. My eyes are round with wonderment. Look what you have brought us. We accept these fantastic gifts. We now show our respect for the excellent Dunmer culture. Wait a moment, All right, lads. Time to don our fancy new elf clothes.
Envoy Riggett, I regret to inform you that you'll need to wait a few more days.
Trolls take you, Registrar. Bah! We go home now.
No, wait! You can't leave. It's highly irregular. Think of the paperwork.
The gods have abandoned me.
I know you. You were in the sewers, right? You saved me, didn't you? I don't remember much, but I remember you. I came to Mournhold a few weeks ago, to visit some friends. I guess word got out that a Telvanni was in the city, because I suddenly found myself tied up in the sewers. The Moorborn. They kept badgering me about Daedric magic. Are you really so naive? House Telvanni rejected membership in the Ebonheart Pact. We remain isolated, pursuing our own interests along the Telvanni coast. That's just one of the reasons the other houses distrust us. Members of House Telvanni are known for their knowledge of all types of magic. I guess they assumed I could make the old wards active again. I did what they wanted. eventually. It was either that or... I don't want to think about it. I don't care what you believe, but I never heard of the Morborn before I came to this vile city. And I certainly had no intention of betraying the Tribunal before they threatened me. I only know what I heard. I think they were planning an attack of some sort. They sent off a large group just before you showed up. I told all of this to the Sacred Lady. She said you would visit me and I should tell you to find an Ordinator.
Just in time. The Sacred Lady asked us to watch for you. Indeed. The Sacred Lady wants you to know that she wasn't able to eliminate all of the pests you found in the sewers. So Amalexia believes. I was told to convey upon you the gratitude of the Tribunal, and to inform you that the Sacred Lady still has need of your services. And one more thing. The Sacred Lady wishes to speak with you. Personally. She awaits your presence. Please, head to the temple at once. The Sacred Lady doesn't share all her secrets with those who serve her, but as far as I know, no attack has yet occurred within the confines of the city. We've been ordered not to discuss the entirety of the situation in public, to prevent panic, you understand.
Greetings, Sarah. A moment, if you please.
I've got what you need.
Some of my own children have betrayed me. I am rarely an angry god, but this time there shall be a reckoning. Rage consumes me. The Morborn invade my home, they attack my children, they attack me. You have proven yourself loyal and capable. I call upon you to serve me once more. You shall hear, though you shall never speak of it. This enemy uses guile and subterfuge. I need time to understand the threat they pose. My divine defenses have been breached and the temple has been invaded. I cannot be seen to fail. Appearances are everything. They feed opinion and belief, and such matters are important to me. But enough questions. Save the temple, and you will be renowned among mortals and favored by gods. The Morborn penetrated the temple and opened a portal into oblivion. Even now, Daedra swarm within its hallowed halls. Such sacrilege. Banish the Daedra that defile our temple. Defeat them, and then make your way to my altar. While you slay their minions, I shall determine what the Morborn are really up to. Now go, and carry my divine rage with you. I sense the temple is free of the Daedric incursion. We are well pleased. While you fought for my glory, I learned more about our foes. Magistrix Vox used Daedric magic to split the seams of the wards around the High Chapel. Then she opened an Oblivion Gate to fill the temple with Daedra. Vox seeks to desecrate the temple, steal our holy artifacts, and then loose Daedra upon Mournhold. If she succeeds, a great many of my children will die, and my people may lose confidence in the Tribunal. That would be catastrophic. You need to get into the High Chapel. Vox managed to bypass the defenses, but its wards are still in place, drawing on the full power of the Tribunal. We must get you past those wards. Without the blessing of each of the three, no mortal may pass through the wards and enter the High Chapel. You have more than proven yourself to me. You have my blessing already. Go to the cloisters of Vivec and Sothasil. My companion gods are absent, but they left trials I can activate to grant their blessings. Pass the trials, and you will be... Vivec's trial will measure your clarity of judgment. He saw our blessed people through vexing times. His wisdom reveals the secrets others keep. So shall you. Vivec's teachings often take the form of allegories and tales. His lessons are learned by listening and then acting. His challenge exemplifies that approach. You must listen, then act. A temple worker named Varman dueled Belronan Telvanni, slaying him before witnesses. But Varman was a loyal spy. To incite such discord was against his nature. As Vivec did, speak with Varman. Determine who truly slew the Telvanni.
My lord Vivec, I bear the most grievous news. Belronan Telvanni challenged me to a duel of blood. I regret to say, I won. It was a small cut upon the arm, enough to settle the matter, but he fell dead. I was advising Tolnus and Galtzer when the others arrived, Belronan full of anger, Fenila a sneer on her lips, and Morami resigned to what came next. Belronan claimed I'd interfered in his affairs. He insisted I knew what he meant. Of course not. I told him so, but he claimed it a lie and challenged me to a first blood duel. Then everything turned to death. My blade ended his life and directly caused his turmoil. I willingly submit to your judgment, Lord Vivec. Your word is unquestioned. I am here to command. Though my blow caused Belronan's death, it was set in motion by another hand. I will aid you in discovering the source of this duel, if...
Lord Vivec, Varman should be dead on the floor. Belronan wouldn't share the note that Temple Netch sent his way, but assured me its contents were vile. One sworn to the temple, quibbling over coin. You should kill him yourself, my lord.
Lord Vivek, I was here when Belronen issued his challenge. He would still live if not for Fenila. She stoked the Telvanni's rage, urging him not to back away from an insult to his honor. She called herself his friend. Curious way to show it.
A tragedy, Lord Vivek. Belronen's death in the temple brings great shame to his house. I had thought reasoned words could dissuade him from the duel. Such temper is common to House Telvanni, but it's not my place to question their reliability.
Lord Vivek.
A tragedy, Lord Vivek.
Fenila's words are incorrect, Lord Vivek, though she clearly believes them. I haven't contacted Belronen for months, and would never have done so without your direction. Wealth has no meaning next to serving you, my lord. This you know to be true. Your word is unquestioned. I am here to command. Though my blow caused Belronen's death, it was set in motion by...
Fenila lent Belronen her blade before the duel. I insisted Vaman and Belronen swap weapons. You would think she was Ash Mountain the way she fumed.
Lord Vivek, Varman should be dead on the floor. Belronen wouldn't share the note that Temple Net... Morami sold me poison yesterday. I'd planned to hunt cliff racers next week, but decided this was a better way to get rid of vermin, so I poisoned the blade. Belronen should never have traded weapons. Worse, he should never have lost to Varman. My lord, the life of one such as Varman bears no comparison to Belronen Telvanni. Yes, I sought to root corruption from the temple by poisoning that pile of scrib jelly. I'd do it again.
You walked in our skin and wrought our judgment. Exposed the lie at the core of all truth. This may be lost. We are echoes of Vivek. Nothing more, all things less. We recall the wisdom of his judgment, which differed from your own. You could not know. Both. Neither. We rewarded Fenila for her cunning, yet House Redoran suffered for poisoning a Telvanni in another's duel. We flayed Morami for her actions, yet elevated House Hlalu for its actions in exposing a heretic. Can you accept this truth? Through your wisdom and judgment, you have earned Vivek's favor. Receive our blessing.
So the Seal values intelligence and ingenuity. He builds, he maintains. He is the master of his creations. He shall test these qualities in you. So the Seal has devised a test that allows him to learn more about you each time you complete it. You are to repair one of his clockwork toys, and then break it. All gears turn like the hurling disc. All artifice is ephemeral, and at times, parts are of more use than the whole. There. Divine wisdom. Does that satisfy?
Your reason surpassed the Arbiter's trap. In doing so, you've revealed yourself to us. You do not fully comprehend. Such is your imperfection. We are the imperfection of Sothasil, excised from his being, yet never truly apart. We measure the indulgence of inspiration against the necessities of progression. You will never know. You are not Sothasil. Perfection can never truly be attained. By testing one's constantly degrading mechanism against this unknowable goal, you reveal the imperfections of your own device. Can you accept this necessity? For comprehending the necessity of imperfection, you have earned the blessing of Sothasil.
You're too late. Vox has the artifact. The judgment of Veloth is hers. You know nothing of the three. Alcivi can't save you now. I may fall, but you are too late to stop Magistrix Vox. She will destroy you all!
We are numbered.
I felt a burst of power from the temple and ventured within, fearing the worst. But you've prevailed. What have you discovered? I will discover what powers the judgment of Veloth possesses and why Vox has stolen it. In the meantime, you must pursue Magistrix Vox. For your heroism and service this day, I name you a Hand of Almalexia. Go with my blessing upon you. As Vox fled Mournhold, she went east. With the recent troubles, the Ordinators are on high alert. One of them saw her headed that way. To the east of Mournhold lies Selphora, a quiet village known for its independent spirit. Vox almost certainly passed through there.